Hi everybody, Dan here with crafty1.blogspot.com, and I am going to work on my Irish pub mini album. And hold on, my computer is doing something. What's it doing? Oh no. Stop. Okay. All right, I think I'm good. I am going to be working on my favorite page, which is the leprechaun hat. I guess that's what you would call it. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is print out the PDFs so you have the shapes that you need. And then you're going to print them out on paper and then attach them to a lightweight chipboard. I use cereal boxes for this. For the base, you'll want to cover it, cut it out, and then cover it again, and then cut the shape out again. That's how I do it. It's just easier that way. So that way your back is done too. The main hat itself doesn't matter because it's just going to be raised a little bit. I don't think you'll be able to see it, much of it. My glue is still drying a little, so it wants to warp up a little bit, but I may have added a little bit too much. You can use matte medium or Mod Podge or however you like to glue paper to chipboard. So the paper I'm using is My Mind's Eye, the Sunshine. Sorry, I'm going to try not to cough too much. So once you get that glued down and it's dried, you're going to want to take a file and file your edges. This helps adhere the paper too. And it's nice. I like to make everything look kind of shabby old. And when you do this with the paper, it I don't know, it just makes the distress ink look even better. That's just my opinion though. I should have had this done before I started. Sorry. All right. Now we'll take, I'm going to use Stress Ink, Walnut Stain, and ink the edges. Sorry, this is like watching paint dry. If I had a funny joke, I would tell it, but I don't. All right, so that's that. And then we're going to attach, oh, you know what? Got to do this too. Oops, that's okay if it tears a little. See, it wasn't quite dry. You're not really going to see this part. So I'll just do the parts that you can see. All right, good enough for now. It might take more time when you're doing yours. And then I'll ink that as well. I'm using the walnut stain again. And I don't mind that the paper tore when I was sanding it because you could just take your ink and go over it and it just, you know, it looks more distressed and like you did it intentionally. There are no wrong ways to do this. Still got a little bit of give to it. Okay, done with that. Now we're going to attach the hat. I use, where to go? Mounting tape. It's you can get it in the where all the glues are in the crafts department, or you can use the sticky dots or whatever kind of foam you have. Just going to attach some. I like using this when I have a lot to do because it's just so much faster. Oops, I should have done the bottom first. Then peeling all of those little circles or squares off. That's good. Oh, you know what? I should have showed you the page that's done. Duh. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Let me get this on and then I'll show you the page that we're actually making. Oh. I had a Deanne moment. Just going to line that up like that. And it just gives it a little dimension. When you're working on it, it'll stand out more. I don't know if you can tell just gives it a little bit of height. Let me show you the page that we're doing. This is the page that we are working on. This I used the brown leather paper to make. And I used the green paper for the background. So that's what we're making. That's it out. Okay, so once we do that, we want to make the this part, the buckle and the strap. And where is that paper? Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to cut out what I printed. Of course, my paper didn't print all the way. I don't know what's going on with my printer. It's not printing everything out. Not sure why it's doing that. Just cut that. I guess get it where you want it to. Cut that a little short. All right. We can cover that side. I think I would have been better off freehanding one. Bring it over and then trim it off. And I'll cover this right here where it's not quite long enough with a shamrock. I'm using the walnut stain again. This part I'm just gluing straight down to the paper. This is Scott's Quick Dry Adhesive, and it might be out. All right. ATG gun. Let's go with that. Okay. It's quite sticky. I'm just gonna place. It's pretty good. It's hanging over a little, so I'm just going to take my X-Acto, my craft knife, and give it a little haircut. Maybe I'll try scissors. It's got a little piece on there. It doesn't want to come off. Of course, it's going the direction that I don't cut well. That's better. So I'll just take a little sander, sand that little, there, I got it. That little piece of paper is driving me crazy. Just give it a quick cover with the walnut stain. And that's what we have so far. And now the buckle. I'm going to try and use, I have this punch that I want to try. I thought that might look pretty cool. So let's see what that looks like. And, paper should I use? Let's see. Helps if I put it in the right way. Oh, it helps if I actually get the whole thing on too. But, oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Sorry if my voice sounds a little funny today. I'm still getting over this flu. Ugh, yucky flu. Okay. Glue that down. Actually, I'm going to use the foam tape again. I'm not taking it all the way to the ends because I like to tuck stuff up underneath, so this way it gives me that option to do that. So we're just going to put you on. It's pretty good. I'm not in love with this paper that I used for the brim, but it's all right, we'll just cover most of it up. And then the little square piece we need. I'm going to have to use that paper again. Sorry. This might have to change a little bit. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. I think I might like that. Huh. Okay, I'm going to leave it. Take the walnut stain again, just do the edges a little. Couple pieces of the foam tape. Oops. A little too close to the edge. Oh, come on, fingers. All right, then we'll just put that in the center. And there's our hat. And now we're going to do the pretty stuff. Let's see. The first thing I did was use a piece of this awesome moss stuff that I'm like totally in love with this stuff. Don't use good scissors to cut this. These are dedicated to sticky and hard stuff. Don't use your paper scissors to cut this because there is metal. Like the silver, the shiny stuff here is actual metal. So don't ruin your good scissors. It's very messy. Let's see. Put some. You can shape it. It's pretty cool stuff. Tuck it up under. I'm going to get the foam a little too close to the edge on that one. Let's see. I guess you don't have to do this. I'm so used to tucking when I work with moss because I used to do flower arrangements for weddings and favors and stuff like that. You know, just like an old habit. So I'm going to take my glue gun and just hit it in a few spots to hold it down. I'll have a million strings everywhere. There we go. And then I'm going to start adding the shamrocks. Where are my shamrocks? Yikes. Oh, here they are. I cut these out on my Cricut. I used the cartridge was it? The Nursery Rhyme cartridge has all the holidays on it. So there was an actual shamrock, a St. Patrick's Day page. So that's where I got that from. It's great. It's a perfect shape. So I printed them out. Oh, I'm sorry, cut them out, and then I inked them. And then to give them a little dimension, let's see if you can see it here. See how they're not flat. I would take, oops, we're running out of room here. Let me find my tool. You can use your, as long as it's not a sharp edge, too sharp. I just kind of do this with my hand, just to rub it, to give it a little, I'm sorry, thickness. If I knew where my stylus was, I would use that, but let's see if I can. There we go. Just don't want it flat. There we go. So that's my largest one. I'm gonna put it here. We'll glue it down. Don't push too hard because then all your fluffing will disappear that you just did. Okay. And I'm going to add some small ones. They don't need to be fluffed as much. Not as quite as noticeable. Oops. See how it kind of curved up? And then you flip it over and you just kind of press it in the center. See how it's, you go like this, and it just gives it that nice shape. And you can put them wherever you want. If your glue goes over, stick something over it to hide it, because it's pretty narrow in the center. Yeah, I had some serious glue issues. See how it oozes out a little bit. Not too bad this time. There's always ways to hide little glue imperfections, like flat back curls, little beads. Put that one there. Oops. Well, it's not cooperating. Just move it around a little. Like that. And let's do a couple of vines. Strings everywhere. Put a few of those on. See if I can get this glue to work. Shoot. There we go. That's a lot of glue. Well, that wasn't done very neatly, was it? Sorry, guys. Let's see. I don't have all the flowers that I used before. The little white roses. That's what I'm missing, the little white roses. Well, let's see, what else can I use? Oh, I forgot I have these. These are Recollections flowers. It's Michael's brand. Very pretty. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so I have those I can add. And, oh, my handmade flowers. Right. So these flowers that I have, they're very easy to make. And I saw it done on Ustream. What's her name? Jess C. Must Love Paper. She did a Ustream class on her. They're like really tight flowers. I'm not sure what they're called. It's under Flower Spray. You want to check her out. It's Must Love Paper. I did mine a little different, but these are like, I guess, like the little cabbage flowers. So that might be pretty on there to use. Um, let's see. Okay. The way I did it was I took 4 of this punch. And you know what? I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to stop and then I'll come back and show you how I made the flowers and finish putting this together. See you in a few.